Zootopia 2. Finally saw this movie today. Well, I guess I shouldn't say finally. I mean, it just came out today, but at the time of recording this video, it's Tuesday before its actual release day. So, you know, saw it a little bit earlier than some other people get to see it. But I love Zootopia. Did a video on it. Love that movie. It's an amazing movie. People have been begging for a sequel to Zootopia. And personally, I have been of the mindset that is something I want, but I want it in the form of a series. And when they did that Zootopia Plus series, I was like, oh, are they actually doing like a Zootopia animated show? And no, it was just a bunch of shorts that I didn't bother watching because why can we not have a weekly fun cop show with Zootopia characters? That sounds cool to me, but they didn't do that. They decided to make a sequel, which is fine. I'm cool with that. But I was hesitant about this movie mostly because I love Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is ass. I like Moana. Moana 2 is pretty mediocre. Disney sequels are not really good. Like, I can't think of a Disney sequel that's been good. You know? So, at least of their animated stuff. See, the thing is, like, Pixar gets a bad rap for only doing sequels, but at least a lot of their sequels are pretty solid. Like, I have some issues with Finding Dory, but I like that one. I have issues with Toy Story 3, but I love that one. I love all the Toy Story movies. We'll see how 5 turns out, but, at least they get, like, kind of a good bag when it comes to their sequels. I don't think any of them are truly awful, except for the Cars ones. But the Cars movies weren't really great to begin with, so it's kind of like whatever. So, with Disney sequels, I'm just hesitant going into them. And I gotta say, I was really fucking wrong. This movie was awesome. Let me just start with the negatives because there really isn't a lot here to be negative about. I guess going into this movie, uh, the surprise of Zootopia is gone. And what I mean by that is when that first movie came out, the trailers for it were not very good. Like, there wasn't really a great trailer for Zootopia. And it just came out and it was this amazing movie that made $1 billion. Everybody liked it. But it was kind of one of those movies you didn't expect. I remember going to see it and I didn't really have any expectations, but I just kind of watched it in the theater and I was like, what the fuck? This movie's fucking amazing. And as the years go on, the movies become more relevant and actually better. It's mostly because a lot of those themes are fortunately still shit that's going on in our society and was shit when that movie was coming out. I mean, you gotta understand, like, the first Zootopia came out in 2016. We have the same president and we're having the same fucking conversations that we were having back when that movie came out. So, in my mind, Zootopia has only gotten better in a movie. But, so, when you come into the sequel, it's like, okay, well, that surprise is gone. Oh, Zootopia. You already know what you're kind of getting into. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit when it's this fucking good? Because honestly, I thought I would enjoy this movie, but I was like, it's probably not going to be as good as the first. And to be honest, they're like hand in hand. Like, I think these movies are great movies that are just as good as one another. Like, I don't think there's a clear better film. The jokes, the humor, like all of it. In fact, this movie furthers on ideas like about powerful elites who will do whatever it takes to segregate other groups if it means having more money and more power. That's a further idea of the themes of the first movie, but done differently here. That's really powerful. There's the way they develop Judy and Nick's character now, their growth as characters throughout the movie, and that vibe to everything is really powerful stuff. In fact, there's the heart to heart that Judy and Nick have. Like, it made me cry, but also made me laugh. So, in fact, this is another thing too. I think the first Zootopia had a lot of really funny gags, but this movie is even funnier than that first movie. There's really fucking great ass gags in this movie. Like, I laughed out loud consistently in the theater, and some of the gags were so smart that I had to sit there and think about it for a few seconds, and then I just let out a big fucking laugh. Like, like 30 seconds later than maybe I should have. But it takes some time to think about some of these because they really are fucking clever jokes. And it's just a really smart movie that I just was really shocked by. Because this isn't really a movie that I thought I'd be praising this much. This is just a movie that I think that I would be really harder on. But no, this movie is just as good as the first. In some ways, actually better. Like animation, obviously, because technology's advanced. But some of the humor, I think, is a lot better than the first movie. Not that the humor in the first one was bad, but, you know, it's all fantastic stuff. This movie's awesome. If you love Zootopia, you will not be fucking disappointed. This is one of my favorite animated movies of the year. I don't know. It's probably top three. It's fine between K-pop and Demon Hunters for that spot on my list. I really like Nisha too, and Day of the Earth blew up a lot more than that one, than Zootopia and K-pop Demon Hunters. But if they weren't there, those two would just be at the top right now. But fucking amazing. 10 out of 10. Love this movie.